Thanks for checking back in on the channel. Tonight we are going to do something I did a week ago, but this happens to be a brand new Cheefarcut 1000 grit stone, and this is made with vitrified diamonds. It has a 4 mil vitrified plate attached to a sturdy metal base, and we're gonna put this up against the Naniwa 1000 grit, which comes with a 1 mil diamond resin surface. So and we're gonna be using my Kaiser mini harpoon, which is made, let's see if I can get it on there. Oh, it's probably not going to read out, but it's made with M390. I'm not sure if that'll pick up or not, but M390. So let's get to it. All right, and for a baseline, we're going to be using my Atoma 600 grit diamond lapping plate or diamond sharpening plate. This is going to give us a good scratch pattern that is larger scratches than the 1000 grit stones that we're comparing it to, and we'll be able to tell the difference between the 1000s then as they try and level up, if you will, from the 600s. So we're gonna put 600 grit scratches into the knife. Okay, and it's always good practice to try and remove any burr. All right. So we'll get pictures of this as our baseline, and then we'll start sharpening up to the 1000 grit. This is our 600 grit scratch pattern. It's nice and uniform, and you won't be able to tell a huge difference by jumping up to 1000, but it might be slightly recognizable. We're going to start out with the Cheefarcut, and I've been doing a little research on these Cheefarcuts. One thing that's got me still a little bit boggled is the definition of vitrified. When you look that up, basically it's a process by which a material like ceramic is heated up to such a high temperature that it turns almost to glass. And so the Shapton Pros are vitrified aluminum oxide, And one of the features of vitrified materials is that they become very dense and non-porous, but you can see how many sprays I've put on this Cheefarcut, and it keeps on soaking it in. It's behaving almost like a soaking stone in order to get anything to stay, and it's not a soaking stone. So we've got a little bit of water now finally after I don't know how many squirts, but normally it's about 2 to 3 squeezes for the Naniwas, but just an observation. So we are going to take the M390 and see what my first impressions are. It's got really good feedback. They advertise this stone to require even fewer passes than you are used to using on another stone. I don't know if they are referring to another stone being something like a Naniwa, or they're just talking about a generic sharpening stone. But this has the diamonds in it, and so it will effectively remove and work through the carbides that are in the M90. All right, we'll remove the burr as best we can. I'm not going to strop it. I'm just doing alternating forward passes. Lighter and lighter. All right, so we'll dry the knife off. And then let's get pictures. So this is a 1000 grit Cheefarcut stone. I think it did a great job from an aesthetics, other than needing an ungodly amount of water. Once it soaked in, it's very absorbent, I guess. So once it soaked it in, it did hold it on the surface and functioned like a nice slurry, where it didn't get bogged down. Definitely wasn't overloaded with material. So let's take a peek under the microscope. Here is the Cheefarcut 1000 under the microscope. You can see a very nice alignment, very fine scratch pattern as well. Looks very nice. And this is the Atoma 600. Again, the difference is not significant, almost impossible to tell unless you're looking for it. Now that we set the Kaiser bevel back to a 600 grit, we're going to use the Naniwa 1000. And I want you to notice I only put about 2.5 squeezes worth of water on the stone, and that's enough to keep the surface wet for the entirety of the sharpening sessions. So compared to I don't know, a countless number for the Cheefarcut. But here we go with the Naniwa 1000. I have to say I still prefer the Naniwa 1000 feedback. It's crazy because this resin is so thin, yet it doesn't, like, if you over angle on it, it gives you the feedback of a ceramic stone without putting the gouge in, without putting the divot in the stone. It's remarkable. Still a fan of the Cheefarcut too, but the Naniwas are no joke either. And the feedback, it just feels a little more natural. All right, so let's dry this off and we'll take a look under the microscope and see what we've got for a scratch pattern on for the Naniwa 1000. I think this scratch pattern looks the best out of the two. It's very close, but this looks more uniform and more fine. So it looks like a finer 1000 grit stone than the Cheefarcut. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I did do a little something I did take after I finished with the Naniwa 1000. I did run the Kaiser knife, the mini harpoon here, across my 4 micron, 1 micron, 0.25 micron strops, and I got this little surprise. There we go, it's whittling. You see that? And there you go. Hair whittling sharp off of a 1000 Naniwa Pro. Yeah, I got it to hair whittle. So, off of a 1000 grit stone with some strops, anything's possible. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you know will like it. And damn for all.